Max, what they say? We outside. Let's get it mowed.
They thought it wouldn't happen. They lied. The devil's a lie.
Countered. I think we're hearing that Max B's as solid as they come. He did not cooperate, brother.
Max B, I sent you all the paperwork.
I'm watching the 1090 Jake thing. It said that he...
No, I don't care about 1090. 1090 is just a regular dude like everybody else. The documents, this is what you're looking for. Actually, here. Okay. Let me guide you directly to what you want to read.
Okay, give me a paperwork breakdown.
Max B. Why? But everybody has to get taken out. Why Max B?
His brother called me
And said what?
He ratted on him.
Not the wave god.
The hip-hop world is shaking once again, and this time the tremor comes straight from Wack 100's latest explosive live stream, a broadcast where he claimed to have new paperwork tied to Max B's old case. The moment those words left his mouth, the entire internet went into panic mode. Clips spread across TikTok, X, Instagram, and every hip-hop forum imaginable.
What they say? We outside. Let's get it mowed.
They thought it wouldn't happen. They lied. The devil's a lie.
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're gonna tell us to move.
People were scrambling, arguing, speculating, and demanding receipts before the allegations spiraled even further. Nothing has been verified, nothing official has surfaced, and yet the storm is already raging full force. That's the power of Wack 100's voice in the culture. One comment and the industry goes into emergency mode. For years, Max B's name has carried an aura of mystery, loyalty, and street mythology. His entire legacy became intertwined with one of the most controversial cases in early 2000s hip-hop history. Supporters have always maintained that the Harlem Wave God got caught up in something far bigger than him, while critics have long debated whether every detail of that case was truly understood.
To have sex with my hot wife all around the world is nothing. I'm not worried about this shit, but I got a whole life to live. I already gave back time on a 20, on the 75 ball. I did a dub and came back and got my shit on PCR. I'm supposed to not cop out? So you telling me if they got a chance to come back right now and cop out, they wouldn't cop out? Come on, my nigga. Because, you know, when you cop out, they make you do a statement version of their facts or whatever. That's part of the plea deal. That's why it's called a plea deal, my nigga. But I had to do 20 years to do that. So keep that in mind. That ain't no shit. I was out in a year. I did that in a year. Now I had to let niggas go through their process. Flew, went through the whole 3-4 denials, done up. I'm saying, then I found my shit and got relief. So if some niggas want you to ride with them, you know, misery love company. Not on my watch. I got shit to do, but we ain't doing that. I can't stay in here with these. I gotta come over and get rich.
And just when the waters finally started calming down, with Max B regaining his freedom and beginning a new chapter, Wack 100 comes crashing through the news cycle with new accusations that nobody saw coming. Fans immediately split into camps. On one side were those yelling "clout chase," accusing Wack of trying to stir up chaos while riding the wave of Max B's re-entry into the culture. On the other side were viewers who said Wack wouldn't make a claim this bold unless he believed he had something to back it up. And in between those two extremes were the confused observers, trying to sort through facts, history, rumors, and decades-old narratives to understand what was real and what was just noise.
Meantime, another group of people had the same idea. It began when this woman, Gina Marie Conway, a prostitute who'd been with Plowden, told her boyfriend Charlie Wingate, aka Max B, a rapper, about the men's money. Then Wingate reaches out to this man, Calvin Leardom.
He and Gina Marie Conway go to the hotel room on that fateful morning of September 22nd, and he is the individual that fires the shot that kills Mr. Taylor.
And after Mr. Taylor was shot, Leardom and Conway took the valuables on him, some $800 along with the Rolex and some other items. They never found the $30,000. That money was hidden in the hotel room, but it was found by the Bergen County prosecutor.
The situation escalated even faster because Max B's name holds emotional weight. His supporters feel like they've spent years fighting to clear his reputation, defending him from rumors and narratives built during one of the most chaotic periods in his career. So when Wack 100 stepped forward saying he had paperwork, the community responded with a level of urgency that only comes when a legendary figure's loyalty is questioned. No matter how often the hip-hop world says innocent until proven guilty, the culture often reacts first and asks questions later. And that's exactly what's happening now. Rumor is moving at lightning speed. Commentary channels are dissecting every frame of Wack's live stream, and fans are trying to determine whether this is another one of Wack's infamous internet moments or something that could reshape maxb's entire public legacy. One live stream comment has turned into a cultural earthquake, and the aftershocks are only beginning. As Wack 100's claims spread, fans started revisiting the entire history surrounding maxb's case, a case so complex and layered that even experts have debated the details for years. maxb's situation has always been controversial because it involved multiple defendants, shifting testimonies, plea deals, inconsistent recollections, and a legal environment that outsiders never fully understood. His supporters argue that he was targeted unfairly. Critics say the case was messy from the beginning. But one thing everyone agreed on: the paperwork wasn't something that should be played with casually. That's why Wack's comments hit the culture differently. He didn't hint, he didn't imply, he claimed outright that new documents existed.
Countered. I think we're hearing that maxb's as solid as they come. He did not cooperate, brother.
maxb, I sent you all the paperwork.
I'm watching the 1090 Jake thing. It said that he
No, I don't care about 1090. 1090 is just a regular dude like everybody else. The documents, this is what you're looking for. Actually, here, let me guide you directly to what you want to read.
Okay, give me a paperwork breakdown.
I sent you the paperwork. This is going to guide you right to where you want to read. This is one part where he's admitting that due to his cooperation, he should be given leniency. Here, that's...
What page is this?
That's maxb's paperwork.
Okay, yeah, but you sent me a document. What page is on it?
I don't look at it. It'll tell you that. You have all the documents. You even have the appeal.
Documents allegedly connecting maxb to details that hadn't been part of the public narrative. Whether true or false, that statement alone reopened a chapter hip-hop thought was finally closing. Fans rushed to old interviews, legal summaries, courtroom transcripts, and decade-old articles trying to find anything that matched what Wack was implying. Others demanded that he show the paperwork, drop the documents, or stop speaking unless he had verifiable proof. The online debate became a war zone. Some fans argued that Wack had a history of stirring controversy to dominate the news cycle. They said he knew exactly how to keep attention locked on him and would say anything bold enough to spark a reaction. Others pointed out that Wack has, on several occasions, brought forward receipts that ended up being legitimate in other hip-hop disputes.
There's another part where you'll see maxb told the detectives where the girl involved in the murder robbery, where she works, with strip club, and where
is that
lives.
snitching though? I've heard from
Hell
people.
Yeah, that's snitching. See, this is the part.
Hold on. If I'm a street dude, let's say me and you are street dudes, and they said, "Do you know where Wack works?" And I said, "I know Wack does podcasts or does interviews with DJ Vlad." Am I snitching?
Listen, let's paint the right picture. Academics.
Yeah.
This lady and this dude was involved in the murder robbery. We know you have some involvement as well. What do you know about them? She works at Scarlet Strip Club and lives at this location. They're letting him know she is an interest. He knows she's of interest because they put...
The culture has seen him exaggerate, but it has also seen him expose situations that later turned out to be true. That unpredictability is what makes the current situation so volatile. Meanwhile, maxb's supporters were furious. They insisted that no new evidence could exist because everything relevant had already been processed through the courts. They accused Wack of disrespecting a man who just came home and was trying to rebuild his career peacefully. They felt the timing was strategic and offensive. Why wait until Max is finally free to bring up paperwork from a past that nearly cost him his life? Why wait until the moment people should be celebrating his return to start planting seeds of doubt? The argument grew even deeper when people started dissecting Wack's motivations. Some said he was trying to control the narrative because maxb's freedom was one of the biggest hip-hop stories of the year. Others speculated that Wack was trying to align himself with certain New York narratives for clout. Then there were those who believed Wack may have been reacting to comments made about him earlier, turning this into yet another industry chess match built on ego and territory.
Anytime you give any information up on anybody else other than yourself, you're telling. And this is why your crowd is not going to understand. Our rules are our rules. We don't give a damn about what the civilians or the L7 thinks. The minute Max B told that detective where that woman lived and where she worked, and they apprehended her, she then told on Pooh Sims, who got 120 to life, and she did like 8 years or so. She went to jail as well. You tell it. And if you read the document, you're going to read.
But I heard she told on Max B as well.
Listen, it don't matter. He told on her first.
Regardless of motive, the effect was instant. The culture was divided. Some demanded proof, others demanded silence. And across the entire internet, a single question echoed. Is there really new paperwork? Or is this just Wack 100 being Wack 100? As the controversy grew, hip-hop commentators began breaking down the deeper cultural impact of Wack 100's claims. In rap culture, few accusations carry as much sensitivity and danger as anything involving paperwork. Whether the allegations are real, exaggerated, or completely fabricated doesn't matter at first. The moment the word paperwork enters the discussion, fans, artists, and entire neighborhoods react instantly. In the streets, paperwork isn't entertainment. It's a verdict. It's a full character evaluation. And that's why people became so tense so quickly. This situation wasn't just about Max B or Wack 100. It reopened the broader conversation about how easily someone's reputation can be damaged by a single rumor, especially in an era where live streams spread faster than legal facts. With social media amplifying every moment, a single statement can travel worldwide in minutes. And once the speculation starts trending, even a false rumor can look real if enough people repeat it. Commentators also pointed out that Max B has spent years trying to rebuild the narrative around his name. While locked up, he evolved musically, grew philosophically, and maintained loyal supporters who fought for his release and celebrated every update about his case. The wave movement didn't disappear, it matured. So to have his name dragged back into old conversations without verified proof felt like an attack on his fresh start. Fans pushed back heavily, saying Max didn't deserve to have his freedom overshadowed by rumors he couldn't even respond to properly. At the same time, Wack 100's live stream created another wave of conversation. The ethics of exposing alleged paperwork online. Should influential figures throw out accusations without verification? Should cultural platforms demand proof before letting these narratives spin out of control?
Did like misspell words and all this shit, but we went to the thing and found the real court documents. And regardless of misspell words, what you were saying was in there. He definitely he told where that woman lived at, where she worked at. Like,
I've been saying that though. Wack, this ain't no see. Nobody want to listen to me because I ain't got no platform.
Oh, no.
I'm saying nigga ain't can, so that's what it is.
On the phone right now. So here goes the thing.
Oh,
right?
all right.
Now we got past that telling. Now here goes the next thing. We see in 2012, the appeal was denied, right? But then in 2016. He get a 55-year time reduction, right? Now, I'm hearing about whatever went on with his attorney, but here goes the problem. If the attorney, it was misrepresentation for your defense attorney, right? Whatever the is going to go on, whatever the shit they saying is the reason why they're going to reduce your time, right?
Should hip-hop continue allowing paperwork culture to shape reputations off hearsay? These questions grew louder as more viewers joined the debate. Some argued that Wack was weaponizing speculation, knowingly or unknowingly. Others argued that transparency is necessary, even if uncomfortable. But the majority stepped into a gray area, saying that unless the documents were proven real, no allegations should be repeated. Online culture has seen too many artists smeared by fake paperwork, edited documents, or misunderstandings turned into scandal.
Then it's going to be documented. You can't find why he got the time reduction, bro.
Exactly. But now look, this is what I'm on the process now. I just hired a new lawyer, so I got another lawyer, my lawyer, right? But I'm filing an appeal right now that I got going on. So I gotta I'm about to get the paperwork because my lawyer about to get it. But you do know, right? Anytime that you take a sentence, this is anybody that got common knowledge. If you know, was anybody that been in the system, when you take a plea, you got to tell them what you pleaded to. You can't just take no plea and then walk out the courtroom like George Jefferson. It don't work like that.
But see they're not saying he took a plea. He's saying because his attorney got caught doing some things or whatever.
Nah, that's not the fuck what he's saying. This my life right here, Wack. I'm telling you what happened. So what happened was his lawyer was his rap lawyer at the same time. Right?
Fans compared this situation to other high-profile cases where rumors did far more damage than truth ever could. That's why this controversy became more than gossip. It became a test for the culture, a test of responsibility, ethics, and how easily narratives can shift. maxb's name represents loyalty and perseverance to many people. Wack's claim represented instability and disruption. And the internet, caught in the middle, began demanding a level of clarity that hip-hop rarely gets. This wasn't just drama, this was reputation warfare, and nobody knew who would get hit next. As pressure mounted, fans began analyzing every angle of Wack 100's live stream. People clipped the exact moment he mentioned the paperwork, studying his tone, his phrasing, his hesitation, and the way he framed the information. Analysts noticed he never presented the documents. He never held anything up. He never read from a sheet. He merely claimed he had access to them. That detail alone became the center of a massive debate. Supporters of maxb argued that if Wack truly had paperwork, he would have showed at least a snippet, something, anything, because Wack has never been shy about putting receipts on display. They pointed out that Wack usually drops visual proof when he wants to make a point, but this time he didn't. And that made many believe that the claim was nothing more than a heat-seeking missile designed to dominate social media for 24 hours. Others said Wack might be waiting. They argued he could be plotting a bigger rollout, planning another live stream, or preparing to expose everything once the hype reached maximum levels. Wack is unpredictable. He knows how to build suspense. He knows how to weaponize attention. And the possibility that he might be intentionally dragging this out kept the tension high. Meanwhile, people in the New York scene, especially those connected to maxb's era, started chiming in. Some dismissed Wack completely. Some said he was doing too much. Some called it reckless. And a few said they weren't surprised because Wack has always operated on the edge between information and instigation. The reactions revealed how tired the culture is of paperwork rumors, especially when they involve someone who just returned home after years of incarceration. Others questioned why Wack even had interest in maxb's legal history. Was he responding to recent interviews? Was he reacting to social media comments about Max? Was he trying to spark a rivalry? Or was he simply leveraging Max's buzz to stay trending? The motives became part of the mystery. What really fueled the fire, though, was how quickly blogs amplified the story. Some outlets made headlines suggesting the paperwork existed. Others framed it as Wack possibly exposing Max. Even the ones trying to stay neutral ended up making the situation look bigger. In this era, the algorithm loves scandal, and the more sensational the headline, the more engagement it gets. This entire situation highlighted a brutal truth. In modern hip-hop, accusations spread faster than facts, speculation hits harder than evidence, and narratives form long before anyone verifies anything. Wack 100 didn't need to show a single page of paperwork. All he needed was one sentence, one moment, one viral clip, and the culture did the rest. Whether intentional or accidental, the chaos was now in full motion, and fans demanded answers. What made this scandal explode even further is how much it conflicts with the public's current perception of maxb. The Wave legend has been embraced with nothing but positivity since his return. Interviews, music snippets, behind-the-scenes videos, everything surrounding him has been centered on growth, reflection, spiritual clarity, and a renewed focus. People are rooting for him now more than ever, so hearing someone drag him back into the mud of old allegations hit fans like a punch to the chest. For many, maxb represents resilience. He went through one of the most intense legal battles in hip-hop, served a sentence that could have broken anyone, and still came out optimistic, grateful, and ready to move forward. His new attitude, his revived creative energy, and the love he's receiving from longtime supporters created a fresh start. That's why Wack's comments felt invasive. Fans said it felt like someone throwing dirt on a man trying to rise from the ground he was buried under for over a decade. Debates intensified as hip-hop historians began examining Wack's phrasing. They pointed out that claiming to have paperwork is very different from saying someone actually cooperated. The culture often jumps to conclusions when they hear certain keywords, but the legal world requires precision. Without seeing the documents, no one knows whether Wack referred to transcripts, statements, appeals, or something completely unrelated. Yet the rumor spread like wildfire because the culture is conditioned to react first and research last. Fans also pointed out that if Wack truly wanted clarity, he would have dropped the documents immediately, not dangled them like bait. That made many believe he was intentionally manipulating the narrative for attention. Wack knows how these moments work. He knows that if he gets the culture talking, his platforms grow. Every mention of his name drives traffic. Every controversy increases his value, and maxb's current buzz makes him an easy target for a viral moment. Meanwhile, people close to maxb, artists, fans, and supporters, began expressing frustration. They said the culture shouldn't be tearing him down at a time when he's trying to rebuild. They argued that hip-hop should be celebrating him, not revisiting unresolved rumors. Some even pointed out that the legal system already determined maxb's involvement in the case, and that introducing new accusations publicly without verification is irresponsible. The situation exposed a painful pattern in hip-hop. Artists can fight for freedom, survive incarceration, return with positivity, and still be dragged back into old narratives by outsiders looking for views. The culture claims to love redemption arcs, but sometimes it sabotages them. And right now, maxb is at the center of a storm he didn't start and didn't deserve. As the internet continues to argue, one thing has become crystal clear. This situation is far from over. Wack 100 has a history of doubling down when challenged, and the culture is watching closely to see whether he releases anything or quietly moves on. If the paperwork exists, the fallout could reshape conversations about maxb's legacy. If it doesn't exist, Wack will face a backlash for stirring unnecessary chaos. Either way, the next move has massive consequences. Fans are demanding transparency. They want facts, not hints. Proof, not speculation. They're calling on Wack to either release the documents or stop speaking on the situation altogether. They're demanding that blogs stop pushing unverified narratives. And most importantly, they're urging the culture to protect maxb during a moment when he's finally reclaiming his career and identity. Meanwhile, maxb remains silent, for now, and that silence speaks volumes. Fans believe he's refusing to dignify rumors. Others believe he's letting the truth speak for itself. But regardless of interpretation, his silence contrasts sharply with the noise around him. Instead of feeding into the drama, he's maintaining dignity, focus, and calm, traits that reflect the growth he experienced during his time away. What happens next will define this entire story. If Wack drops the paperwork, the culture will dissect every line. If Wack retracts his comments, he'll face ridicule. If he does neither, the rumor will continue haunting debates for months. maxb's supporters, however, say they won't let his legacy be defined by speculation, especially when he's just beginning a new chapter. Ultimately, this controversy reveals a deeper issue in hip-hop: the need for responsible storytelling, the need for verification before amplification, the need to protect artists who have already endured enough, and the need to reject narratives built on shock value instead of truth. The culture has evolved, and fans are no longer willing to let rumors rewrite reality. Wack 100 threw a grenade into the conversation. Now the culture waits to see whether it explodes or fizzles out. But regardless of what unfolds next, one thing is certain: maxb's story will not be defined by a live stream rumor. His supporters, his city, and his musical legacy are far bigger than that. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of hip-hop's most explosive controversies, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more breakdowns, investigations, and stories shaping the culture right now.